the goal that they have is simply to create fear in parents. And we know that fear for your children is the greatest fear of all. So when they're trying to recall school board members, or they're trying to have a tip line for teachers, or they're suggesting what their anti-CRT rhetoric, they don't have to win on all of these. They just have to create the impression in the person who's not really paying that much attention that something is wrong, and they've heard that something is wrong. And with that, they can create enough distrust so that the appeal of charter schools will become bigger and bigger and bigger. And they use words to divide us. And I mentioned some of them. Pedophiles, if you've not been to a school board meeting, you might think maybe I'm making this up or this can't be, but there is rarely a school board meeting where the idea of pedophiles is not brought up, that that pedophiles are in the school, pedophiles are teachers, pedophiles are on the school board, and that schools are these breeding grounds for groomers who want to turn your child into someone who is gay, as if you can catch gay from reading a book, or can exploit your child in some way. And they've carved out some words that are trigger words for people in order to get people, again, who are half listening, to become a bit concerned about what's going on in our schools, and to use this hysterical language that is not true to divide us. And then it is not just the language, it's the tactics. Civility is no longer a useful tool. In fact, it's quite the opposite, because if you stand at a school board meeting in a Guy Fawkes mask and you're screaming at the school board and you're saying vulgar, disgusting things about the people who are serving us as school board members, then you're likely to get on Fox TV, and you're likely to gain an audience, and you can post it on YouTube, you can post it on your Twitter account, and you can gain significant traction there. So again, it doesn't need to be true. You don't need to win. You don't need to be rational. But what the media wants, and then from that translates into how you get power with the public, is to perform in a hysterical way and to spew hate. And with that, you can have good people to question, is this really a place, an institution where I want my kids to go? And this is just an example of one recent school board member meeting where some folks in the audience were dressed as they are on the right, and then the messages that these people on the school board have got to endure daily, death threats to their families, to themselves, vile comments about themselves and their families. And so they drive people away from the schools, and they also drive good people away from wanting to serve on the school board. And then they can move in with folks who are on their side in terms of these three things: charter schools, reducing the amount of taxes that we've got, and other things, and move good people aside who don't want to be in the public arena anymore because it's just too hostile. And this happens because the media will take the bait from someone who's screaming and behaving in an uncivilized way, and they pay little attention to someone who is gracious and professional and giving all the facts.